Hello, this is Unitha Ulmuhammad, and I'm here with your word of the day. And today I want to talk about offense and what offense can do in our lives. Offense is when you have, what some will say, you could feel some kind of way about something that just went down. So offense could be someone has cut you off in traffic, someone has said something, someone has did something to you, or something that you perceive as someone doing something to you, and it can make you have a bad or suspect or questionable feeling about the person. It's not, usually offense is not in the positive, it's the negative. It's like you perceive something that someone said or did in a way that is against you or your personhood or someone you know, or so that's offense, right? And so I want to go to the scriptures I'm going to use today are Ephesians 4:31 through 32 and Hebrews 12:14 through 15. So Ephesians 4:31, 32, I'm going to read it. It says, "Let all bitterness, wrath, anger, clamor, and evil speaking be put away from you with all malice, and be kind to one another, tenderhearted, forgiving one another, even as God in Christ forgave you." So part of offense is we just can't forgive, right? We can't let it go. And I believe from a spirit of offense, unforgiveness can then set in because we are hurt, we are offended, right? And so this has been going on. When I tell you right up through here, I have been talking to so many people that have suffered or are suffering, who are going through offense. And that's why I had to talk about it, because it's not one, it's not two, it's not three. It's many people right now who are just either holding an offense, have been offended, trying to deal with offense, trying to deal with someone who may be offended from them, trying to clear up an offense. It's just I'm like, Jesus, let's talk about it. Okay. So what does offense do? I want to talk about 5 things offense does, because I want us to be aware, because a lot of times we don't know what that offense is doing within us or what is happening around us because of this offense. So I wanted to talk about what offense does. Number 1, it prevents or hinders unity. Whenever you're trying to do a movement, you're trying to change some things, you're trying to make some things happen, you're trying to that ministry go forth, you're trying to do something new and innovative in your career, if you're trying to come together with classmates, if you're trying to come together with family and friends, somebody gets offended, right? I know she didn't bring up my baby daddy. Now, she know we ain't supposed to talk about him. That's what I'm talking about, right? Offense comes, right? And sometimes people know and unbeknownst are creating offense with someone. So also know that. Number 2, it distracts from the overall agenda. That's what I just said. And even God's kingdom agenda when we're talking about ministry. Offense between co-workers and offense between ministers and people will cause things to get off of God's kingdom agenda. God's kingdom agenda is that all will be saved, all will come into the knowledge of him, and everyone will walk in a personal relationship with God. So the enemy of our souls, the enemy of God's agenda, doesn't want that to happen. So whenever that offense can take place between ministry mates and stuff, it can cause what it does is it hinders, it prevents, or it hinders what God is trying to do with and between those people, right? Number 3, it opens the door for toxic relationships and deception. Let me break that down. When we have been offended, then all of a sudden now we're on, with your relationship. So it opens the door for something that was once healthy to now turn toxic, right? And then it also opens the door for deception, because are you going to lie, or are you thinking everyone else is lying? You're just it leaves the room for you to be deceived because you're so caught up in your offense that you're being deceived even from someone who may want to keep the offense going. Because I'm going to tell you something. There are some people who benefit from you not walking in unity with others. Ding, ding, ding. I want you to think about all these things I'm saying. Is there people around you who keep putting fire under the flame of your offense? Check out those people. Think about those people and see, what are they getting out of it? Why are they trying to keep this going instead of bringing forth solutions and all of that? So you got to think about that. Okay, number 4, can make people paranoid and preoccupied with others. This is the number one thing. This is the number one thing. My clients, this is the number one thing we're talking about. It can make you paranoid. Do they like me? Do they not like me? Who likes me? Who can I trust? Who can I? I've been there. When I was walking in a fence. I was walking in a fence with someone I shouldn't even been walking in a fence with, right? But when we get hurt, when we don't talk, or sometimes we do talk it out, but you're not getting the results or the reasoning or the explanation or the like the why answered when you're dealing with the other person. So you still walking around like, that's why I can't trust nobody, because I trusted them with all my heart, and now I can't trust nobody because if they deceive me, anyone can deceive me. So you walk around paranoid and preoccupied with others are doing, preoccupied with others are doing and how it affects you when you don't even need to be worried about that. I got some pillows over there. I wish I could show it to her, but I can't pan over. It's too much. Forget them, folks. I had to get this. Latoya Okia, the prophet. I got her products. Forget them, folks. And for me, whenever I look at those pillows, I have them in my office, not to be forget them, folks, forget people. No, forget them, folks. Focus, Nita. Don't worry about what other people thinking about you. Don't worry about what other people plots and plans. Don't worry about all these things that the enemy wants you preoccupied with. Forget them, folks. Forget the people and think about who's for you, who loves you, who's there in your corner, who's speaking life into you. Focus on the things I want you focused about. Don't be worried about what somebody else do. Mind your business. Mind your business. Stay over here. Where's your lane? Stay in it. And that's what those pillows remind me of when I have them in my office. Like, stay focused. Don't worry about that. They ain't got nothing to do with you. All right? Unless people paying you to get in their business, you don't get in people's business. I do get paid to get in people's business as a life coach. And so, number 5, it keeps purpose partners away from each other. So this is kind of the same thing I was saying. I think it's around all the way around. I'm dealing with, clients and people in my life, my family, even myself. I went through this, and it keeps purpose partners away from each other. God has called some people into your life, and the enemy wants offense to come in between that, because there's a work for you to do. There is a work for you. It is ordained by God, and you need to finish that assignment. You need to do what God is calling you to do with that purpose partner, and offense will keep you from that. Offense will have you in the place where you are like, I don't need nobody. It's just me and God. Okay, let's see how that's going to work for you in the long haul. All of us need people. And there are just things that, God has called certain people in our lives to do it. So, I'm going to talk in the next time I come, I'm going to talk about how we can get over offense, because I think this is something that I want to do an offense series, because it's just too many people, especially with this time with COVID and all this stuff. It's just a lot of offenses that people are carrying, a lot of old offenses that it's time. It's get it over, get it done, be done with it. Let it go to the next level. I've seen it in my own life. I was holding for a minute, and God showed me how to just let it go. It took some work. I had people working with me so I could just get over that offense, keep giving it to God, keep doing it. And I just saw how God started lifting it. But it takes work. Some things, it just depends on who the people are, right? The more you care, the more the deeper the offense could be, right? And so we're going to get through that. We're going to walk through it together. We're going to let God do the work. We're going to let God heal. We're going to let God deliver, so we can be about what we supposed to be about, what God's kingdom agenda and the work and the purpose and plans that he has for our lives. So this is Ulmuhammad, and as always, I wish you peace and blessings.